These are the scenes that defined 2019 for Hong Kong. Protesters shielded by umbrellas, blockading roads and confronting riot police. A call to disrupt New Year's Eve celebrations kept many people away from areas normally packed with revelers, tourists and shoppers. But some still ventured out to ring in a new decade and mingled with those chanting slogans on the harbour front.
I hope that it will be a peaceful year and everyone will be more cheerful.
Mass anti-government protests were sparked by a proposed extradition bill that would have allowed criminal suspects to be sent from Hong Kong to mainland China for trial. After much opposition, the bill was withdrawn. But the demands of protesters had already widened into calls for more democracy and investigation into the use of excessive force by the police. Since large-scale demonstrations broke out in June, nearly 6,500 people have been arrested and police have fired more than 11,000 rounds of tear gas. The protests are now in their 7th month, and in the run-up to 2020, they have lessened in intensity and in size, but not in frequency. There are marches and rallies almost every day, and there still is widespread support. While the government has acknowledged it's been a year of anxiety, and the chief executive, Carrie Lam, has promised to rebuild the city, there is no sign of conceding to any of the demands. The New Year's Eve demonstrations included human chains in many popular entertainment districts, and there were clashes in Mong Kok, a main flashpoint where some of the more radical protesters blocked roads, set off fireworks and disrupted traffic. Some took a more festive approach. These protesters were offering free hugs, but not softening their stance.
Get the peaceful Hong Kong back, yeah, that's what we want. But likely we think that the protest will be continued in 2020 because the situation is actually getting more serious here, and yeah, so we're going to fight for what we want in the next year too.
Indicating that Hong Kong may need to brace itself for yet another turbulent year. Divya, Gopalan, Al Jazeera, Hong Kong.